Brian.
Yeah, he dropped the ball. Fortunately, he dove on that one. I remember in the first half, Dash Harris muffed a punt earlier, so we've seen 2 muffed punts already in this game.
Number 8, Adam Hopkins, who's been doing a lot of work here on offense, defense, and special teams for the Trojans, barely escapes that one without the error. Number 7, Daniel Sanchez there to make sure that he actually recovered it. So first down from the 27-yard line. There's the snap. Shotgun formation. There's a throw. Something that we weren't expecting so early. The pass is complete, though, to number 2, Justin Montemayor. And it never seems that people can get that last name right, but I have a lot of experience with those last names, folks, and it's Montemayor. Rolls off the tongue rather nicely. That one, he's pushed out of bounds by number 7, Daniel Sanchez. So 4:08, the clock will stop because he's pushed out of bounds. Still a 14-12 lead for the the Anderson High Trojans. Ball at their own 31. 2 running backs in the backfield in the pro form set. There's the handoff to the dive man up the middle as Hockman has a lot of running room, and he is quite a load to bring down as number 31, Dylan Bolt, makes the tackle, but not after a big bruising gain up the middle, as it's going to be spotted down at the Trojan 45, and that's proven to be quite the problem here for the Bulldogs in this game, as the defense has not found an answer for Hockman and his other bruising buddy up the middle. So Easton Johnson, the quarterback for the Anderson High Trojans, getting the play from the sideline. Tight wing T formation. Wide receiver in tight. There's the motion man. Hands it off to the motion man. That's Daryl Bunton. And he goes up to the left-hand side, and he gets another 6-yard carry as number 14, Double J, Jeremy Jackson, gets the stop, as long with number 31, Dylan Bolt, the homecoming king, coming in from his free safety position. So again, now we're starting to see those problems early on that the Bulldogs had at the end of the second quarter. Can they stop this running game? It doesn't look like it's going to be easy. After that first complete pass, it looks like the Bulldogs are respecting their passing threat. 1 wide receiver out to the left-hand side. 2 running backs in the pro formation in the back. Wide receiver goes in the motion towards us. There's the rollout pass to the quarterback. It looks like he's under distress, and they do as they finally get to him. It's going to be another quarterback sack. This time, the attack is led by number 60, Will the Thrill Hopkins. It's all Big Willie style in this one as he makes a tremendous tackle fighting off the double team to get through. Number 32, though, for the Bulldogs, doing a really nice job to get the quarterback uncomfortable in the back pocket. Brendan Smith, the other senior, doing a tremendous job on that play. And the crowd that is standing here for the Bulldogs have shown up, and they are loud and in charge, chanting defense, 2:18 and counting, a very pivotal 3rd down and 5 from midfield. There's the handoff. It's a pitch to the right-hand side. He has some running room as Sanchez makes the tackle, but he's going to have enough for the first down as number 14, Fletcher Roberts, makes enough room on the left sideline, Brian, and it's just that running game. Once again, they go inside, and they finally bust it outside. And nothing doing.
Yeah, Fletcher Roberts, he plays both ways. He plays free safety on defense, wide receiver, kind of a reverse threat on offense. And he plays both ways. Anderson's roster size, the amount of players they have on the sideline is very small. I guess they need to do that.
Yeah, understate the importance of playing both ways for your team. It does wear on you a little while, as that one's going to be handed off on the spin counter. Again, that one's to number 8, Adam Hockman, as he makes another 9-yard gain, and this is really dangerous. 1:35 and counting here in the third quarter of play. And this is really dangerous because the Anderson High Trojans are able to rip off 6+ yards a carry. And normally, as a defense, you only want them to get about 3. And the Trojans are definitely taking more than their fair share here. Going to bring a 2nd down and 1 from the 32. There's a handoff straight up the middle. That one to Fletch again, as Fletch Roberts gets another big carry as he's pushed out of bounds. As number 14, Jeremy Jackson, taking a good angle and makes the stop.
So Anderson's rushing attack is pretty interesting here. They've got about 3 guys that really like to get the ball Number 1, Daryl Bunton. Number 3, the quarterback, Easton Johnson. He keeps the ball sometimes. And also, he's got his other guys, Devontae Dewitty. And also, of course, number 8, Adam Hopkins.
We can't forget about number 14 there, Fletcher Roberts, as he's been tearing up this Bulldog defense also a little bit here tonight. This time the defense gets to Adam Hopkins very early on. A nice job, a nice stand. Again, big Willie style all over it, as that was Will the Thrill Hopkins on the stop, as Hopkins tried to run up the left-hand side. Nothing doing, as big number 60 closes up that gap really quick. 17 seconds. Looks like they might let the clock run on this one and end the third quarter, as they are just outside the red zone here on the 21-yard line. 7 seconds left on the game clock, and that will end the third quarter. So the Bowie Bulldogs, the only team to put up a point in the third quarter, so it's a 2-point lead for Anderson. So as we are awaiting the start of the fourth quarter, we would like to take this opportunity to thank you again for tuning in with us here on the Quarterback One Radio Network. Smash Simmons, along with Brian Caudill and Marcus Kirkham, bringing you the live play-by-play action here on a chilly night, very windy, in beautiful Austin, Texas, live from south part of Austin and the Tony Berger Center. We'd like to thank Principal Kane for the Bowie High School for allowing us to be here, along with Coach John Abels for allowing us to follow his team this year, and of course, the whole Football Booster Club has been nothing but helpful to us here at the Quarterback One Radio Network, and we really like to thank once again a very special thanks to Joe Matlock for helping us get on the air here and bringing you the live coverage that we have brought in and week out. And one more special shout out, once again, Lieutenant, if you are listening, we appreciate it again. If you didn't catch it before, here it is again. Second Lieutenant Mike Harrison, stationed in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, was the captain in 2004 for the Bowie Bulldogs as he played on the O-line and wore number 65. His mother wanted to say hi to you. Your mom, Mrs. Harrison, wanted to say hi as she's sporting your varsity jacket here tonight in this game. So in the bottom of the sixth, the Rangers are currently ahead 4-3. Few more innings closer to a World Series title for the Texas Rangers, if you are following along with us at home. There's the handoff to the right-hand side, and he bounces off a tackler to the 25. 15-10, gets brought out. As we do have a flag, though, that should be a holding penalty, and that should bring that one back out. As number 14, that was, I should remember his name by now, that was Fletcher Roberts on the run to the outside, bounced off a would-be tackler, and got a really good game there. But we should have this one coming back. And the ball is picked up, and it looks like we're getting ready to move this one back, so it's just like beep, 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 beep. One of these days we'll get one of those sound effect boards, guys, and it's going to be awesome. But until then, that's what it's going to have to do. That's going to be a 10-yard holding penalty. That's going to take them out of the red zone, and it's still going to be second down and 17 to go for the Trojans.
This is an important drive here for Bowie's defense. They need to hold them without a touchdown to keep it a one-possession game.
They can let up an extra point, and that would be a good thing to do because they would have to kick into the wind, but they can't let up a touchdown. There's the handoff. Oh, broken play. He has to throw it on the run. That one's going to fall at the feet and going to be incomplete as number 3, Easton Johnson, was just crushed by number 92, Brendan Berry, the senior, having a very memorable game here this evening. And you can tell at the very start that was a broken play because he looked like he wanted to roll out and fake a handoff, and nobody was there to receive the handoff.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what happened there, but I know that number 92, Brandon Berry, forced Easton Johnson to throw before he really wanted to. His pass was at the feet of his receiver, incomplete.
You couldn't have asked for anything better than that. It's going to be third down and 17 to go with the ball on the 28-yard line. Easton Johnson making the call. It's 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to the right. He's going to throw for that 1 wide receiver. Sanchez is there, and it's caught. No, he's going to say he caught it out of bounds. And just like that, the Bowie Bulldog defense stands strong. Nice coverage by number 7, Daniel Sanchez, as number 2, Justin Montemayor, was the wide receiver intended for that pass to be caught by. We didn't set you up for a tongue twister there, folks. I certainly twisted my own tongue. So big fourth down. The Trojans don't have the kicker to go into the wind, and they're going to try to go and convert this very long first down. They got to have 17 yards to go Fourth down, 17, ball still at the 28.
I got to expect a throw to Montemayor here.
Montemayor is the only wide receiver they have out there. Quarterback's rush. This time it's actually a draw play to number 14, Fletcher Roberts, and he has nothing doing. As number 50, Ryan Taylor makes the big tackle for the Bowie Bulldogs. And just like that, the Bulldogs have some momentum going here in the fourth quarter, and most importantly, they got the wind at their back. 11:33 left to go here. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do. Can they get another point on the board? Can they take the lead? We will see right now. Trips to the right-hand side, one running and one wide receiver to the left. This one given to Jonathan up the middle. No, it's going to be caught by Dickey. Dickey gets past the 30. It's going to be brought down at around the 32-yard line. Lots of excitement building up here. This is going to be a very tremendous fourth quarter, 11-18 and counting as the clock will continue to run after the run. Second down and 5. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line for the Bulldogs as they are trying to get over midfield. Sabia in the game now at tight end. Nigel McLeod in the slot. Magera here in the wideout as Hopkins is in motion. There's the fake handoff to Hopkins as it's given to Jonas up the middle. Nothing doing on that one. He might be lucky if he gets a yard on that carry. Number 16 for the Trojans, Javier Garcia on the stop.
I've noticed something here, Smash. At number 3, Raylan Mays, leading receiver for Bowie. He's not on the field, and he hasn't been, I think, the whole second half.
I thank you for pointing that out. I have not seen Raylan Mays. There's one player sitting down on the bench with a black hood covering him, trying to keep himself warm. That might be Mays. I just can't tell because I don't see number 3 anywhere on the sidelines, and by process of elimination, I figure that's going to be him. McLeod and Magera at the wideouts, pistol formation with Jonathan in the backfield. There's the handoff to Jonathan. He has a good block, breaks the roof to the 40, gets another block, and he's out to the 45, and he's going to be brought down at the 46. Nice pull by number 65, Nick Harrison, coming from his guard position and making one heck of a pancake block to seal up that hole and give him the alley for Jonathan to run through. On the stop for the Trojans is number 20, Matt Linz. But just like that, this Bulldog running game, something that you weren't probably expecting with the wind at their back, is making all sorts of noise here in the fourth quarter. Once again, in the pistol formation, Subia at tight end as well as Kurt Clark. Wideouts are also in on each side. There's the straight-up handoff to Gino Jonathan as he busts through once again. And just like this, the machine is just running and humming as Jonathan gets another good 7-yard gain on the carry. That's going to bring him over midfield as it was a dual tackle by number 20, Matt Linz, and number 24, Dejon Houston.
Number 65, offensive lineman Nick Harrison created a nice hole there for Gino Jonathan.
Nice job by Harrison here on senior night. The senior playing both ways as well for the Bulldogs and doing a tremendous job as him and number 60 on that right-hand side, Will Hopkins, opening up some major running lanes for Gino Jonathan. And they're going to give it to him again. And no, this time Dickey's going to decide to keep it. And just like that, it was snuffed out by the Trojans. Number 14 on the stop for the Trojans. That's going to be Robert Fletcher Roberts, Mr. Double last name. As I think we're just going to call him Fletch for the rest of the game. So he's been all over the field playing both ways as well this evening for the Trojans. 8:45 and counting in the fourth quarter play. Third down and 4, ball spotted on the Trojan 47-yard line. This one could be big. This one could change the whole momentum of this game. If the Bulldogs can convert, you got to believe that they can get to the end zone. Let's see what happens here as we get a timeout called.
I believe Bowie had 12 men in the huddle there. And I think that's what the call was. 12 men in the huddle for Bowie.
It looks like you're correct as Dash Harris is now at quarterback and Robbie Dickey came off late, getting a little bit of an earful on the sideline. Dash Harris is coming off, Jonas and Dickey coming back in. So is Mason Belk and also number 48, Grant Dorsey, also coming off for the Bulldogs. So Kyle Costas, the kicker, is in at the wideout in the slot position on the right-hand side. McLeod, the slot on the left-hand side. Hopkins and Magera at the wideouts. No backs in the backfield. Dickey drops back to pass. Has lots of time. And it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the throw that he needed. And a good play by the Trojans defense. As it looks like the Bulldogs will be forced to punt here.
I think Dickey was trying to go number 87, Carl Cazares, over the middle there. But an Anderson defensive lineman got his hand on the ball and knocked it down. And it was almost intercepted while it was still in the air.
And I have to say that's really good coaching for the defensive line coach for the Trojans. They always teach, if you can't make the sack or get there, just put your hands up and maybe you'll get lucky. In that case, they did. So it's going to be a punt here, and they need to get a good punt off. And it was not exactly a great snap. This one's booted deep, end over end.